Hello, my name is Tina, and I'm here to talk to you guys about child protection and the families who have to deal with them, and the affiliates that they have as well, also known as CASA and Guardian of Items. Okay, I have had to deal with child protection most of my life. They were in my life when I was a baby with my mom. It was all over the front page newspaper, for that matter. And none of it was true, but it was all a lie, and it was spread to one big hoax, whatever you want to call it. I have 4 children of my own, and 2 of them have been taken away from child protection. One of them was taken illegally. I checked it out through lawyers, everything else, and I found one lawyer who will take the case. But he wants a $10,000 fee, $200 an hour, and there's still no guarantee that I'll get my son back. My son now is 10 years old, and this was over 9 years ago that it happened. I haven't seen my son, and he was taken illegally. My other son I had to give up freewheeling because I was in a bad situation. Anyways, I have 2 children now. My daughter's 5, my son is 4, and I've had child protection in my life since my daughter was 2, off and on. The first one because my daughter jumped out the window of my mobile home 6 feet from the ground and got hurt. I tried doing what I could to repair the window. I tried fixing it to where she couldn't get out. She figured it out. I tried everything. Doesn't mean I'm a bad parent. Doesn't mean I didn't try, because I did. But yet they were trying to say that I beat the shit out of her. I didn't touch her. I didn't lay a hand on her. And they tried putting me in jail. They tried taking me to court. They tried taking the children. They took the children for over 7 months. And when they finally gave my children back to me, my children were so screwed up, so mentally screwed up, that it's like taking a Coke bottle, shaking it up really hard, and it fizzes up. Then you hand it off to somebody and tell them to open it. Well, when you open it, what happens? The fizz comes out. Well, that's kind of like what they did to my kids. They shook them up, gave them back, and told you, okay, now open it. So I'm supposed to deal with this mess, this disaster. They expect you to find all the resources to help your children. Here in Idaho, there is no resources. This is not a city. There is nothing here for a child like her. She has ADD, ADHD, and ODD, and there's still more disabilities popping up out of the woodwork. Medication doesn't even help. Now, when the case started, they told me that my children needs to go and see a specialized pediatrician doctor for my children. I was already seeing a family doctor for adults and children. I didn't want to leave. He was such a nice guy. He knew our family, knew the situation, and they made me switch. They said, because our children is young, you need to switch. Okay, fine. I'll jump through their hoops, I'll be nice, I'll play their game, and I'll go ahead and do it. So, I did. I went to Pocatello Children's. Well then, CASA, which is the guardian ad litem, says, well, your son isn't gaining weight. You must not be feeding him. You must not be taking care of him. And they were coming down my throat so much, it was so unbearable. Even when the case started, they told me, you are not getting your kids back. They stood right in front of my face and said that. How do you think that makes a mother feel? If you are a mother and you are listening to me right now, how does that make you feel? Would you be enraged? Would you be upset? Would you cuss him out? It would put you in the wrong. Of course it would. But you would be upset. I thought of them as the enemy from day one. When they came in my house, I wasn't nice to them. When they approached me, I did not agree with them. I was not cooperative with them. Why should I cooperate with you when you plan on taking my kids anyways? Right? Well, it was getting close down to the point where they were going to be taking my kids. I went up to them and I told them, I said, this is the reason why I'm not cooperating with you. Because of what you said. And it's, we only said that because we only wanted to tell you the truth. We didn't want you to get your hopes up. You didn't want me to get my hopes up. Okay, whatever. That was just a bunch of bullshit. You don't tell a parent that no matter what. Even if it's not going to happen, you let them fight. You don't get in the middle and say you're not getting them back. Well, this almost feels like a game. It's a game to them. So, anyways, back to the story about the doctors. So, I was supposed to go to Pocatello Children's. Well, then, Casa and everyone else was saying I wasn't feeding my son. So, okay, I'll get some nurses into my home to prove that I'm feeding my son, that I'm actually putting food in front of him. Okay, nurses came in. They saw that I was feeding him. They seen that he was eating just fine. There's nothing wrong with his throat. There's nothing wrong with his eating. Nothing wrong at all. The only problem is my daughter, if she says that it's spicy, he won't eat it. Okay, so we've had a little bit of problems with our daughter. So anyways, we got over that hump. And then they turned around and says, just the other day, they came in my house and they says, we want you to write things down. Well, I'm already am. I write everything down in my phone. Where is my phone? Anyways, I read everything down in my phone. And I showed them my phone. And showed them all that he's eating. Well, he'll miss one meal or he'll do this because he doesn't want to eat it or whatnot. Okay. But then they come back the next day and they say, well, we want you to write down what he's eating and we want you to write down how much calories he's taking in. From every meal, from every ingredient, from everything that you're putting in there, of every single meal on every single day. Okay, well, at first I said okay because, if I don't go through everybody's hoops, I'm in the wrong. I'm not doing what people tell me to do. I'm being disruptive. I'm not being a good mom. Well, I didn't agree with it. Okay, so fine. I opened up my mouth. I told him, I says, well, if I go ahead with this and I write down his calorie intake of everything he eats, then if he's not getting as much calories as you want, then I'm screwed. You want me to write down how much he poops too and what's in his poop and what color it is too? No, we don't want you to do that. Well, can you see where I'm coming from? If I write all this down, I'm screwing myself. Because I've been screwed from day one already. They told me I'm not allowed to make this case public. Well, what I'm doing? I'm doing it. They told me that I'm not allowed to take my children to any other doctor besides Pocatello Children's Clinic. I am. I'm tired of being pushed around. And now they're trying to tell me, you're not allowed to take your child to any other doctor because it's not a pediatrician. Okay. But yet I'm taking him to an actual doctor's office. He has a PhD. He has all the degrees that he's supposed to have. He even has a children's playroom in there too. But yet he's not a pediatrician. Okay, so I'm not allowed to do that. This doesn't make sense. You are given rights, but you don't have those rights. You're told that you can have children, but are those children really yours? You're told that you can raise them, but does that mean you can keep them? I see people who have been raised in families where they're crackheads, where they beat the shit out of their children day and night. I read in the papers where children die from their families, and no one was there to stop them. But do you read in the paper of a young family who lost their children for no reason? No, you don't. You don't see that at all. Because what Child Protection told me when I was making this complaint to them is that Child Protection is in the right. All these parents, they've done something wrong. They're in the wrong. They're just trying to make you believe that they're not in the wrong. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So we're supposed to believe what the state tells us. We're supposed to believe what Child Protection tells us. We're supposed to believe that nothing bad is going to happen to us or our children. This isn't right. I'm making this video because I want to spread the word far and wide to all families that have to go through this. And to let them know, keep your children close to you. Do not take them for granted. I don't know if I will lose my children or not. But as I see it right now, I have nothing to lose. They take my children, and I'm going to go after them. I mean, I'm not going to go after them like stalk them or anything. I'm just going to spread the word about how I feel and let everybody know about what is going on. The people need to know. I have the case number here, and I'm going to tell it to you. I'm sure you will be able to look it up and to view what is going on. That way you yourself can see that I am not lying. I am telling the truth. You can see for yourself what they are doing, what is being said. I plan on making videos of the case, of the court, and putting it on YouTube to make it public. I am tired. I am not going to back down anymore. I am tired of being pushed around. I've lost 2 of my babies already. Now I'm losing 2 more, and I can't even have any kids no more. No, I have nothing to lose. Nothing at all. If you're ready, the case number is C as in cat, V as in Valentine, 2013913. Look it up. Look it up for yourself. It's all right there. I can even post all the paperwork. I have nothing to hide, and I have nothing to lose. Please spread this video, make it aware, let everybody know what is going on. Warn your children, warn your neighbors and your friends and family. These people are out of control. They have too much rights. They have all the rights in the world. They can't be stopped. You can't sue them. You can't put them in jail. They have all rights to take your children out of your home, out of your care, out of your custody, and you'll never see them again. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't hurt my children. I did not beat my children. But you have to make that opinion and your own decision. Have a nice day, and I wish you the best of luck, and hold your babies close.